I'm Kurt Shimmers. Every day, fortunes are gained and lost in the financial markets. News, trends, and even geopolitical events shape your financial landscape. Join me and my expert guests right now on Traders Nation. Welcome. You are tuned into Traders Nation. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Don and I got a fantastic show. Ed Moya is with us here today. He's Chief Market Strategist for Oanda. We're going to be talking about Tesla. You know, Tesla thought they got 2018 behind them, right? Thankfully. But no, here we are into 2019. What's going on over there? They've got that Model 3 sedan issues. And Elon's tweeting has raised some eyebrows. So we're going to be talking about that. Plus, Don and I got some nice charts setting up on towers and payments and updates and all that whole area. You're not going to want to miss that. So we got gas, stocks, and a whole lot more. Stay tuned right here to Traders Nation. We'll be right back.
Traders Nation, if you promise not to tune out, we promise not to talk about you while you're gone. Traders Nation. Traders Nation. Get Pro Online DVD Trader today. Whether you're an experienced trader or just beginning, you'll improve your skills dramatically. Click on the Knowledge Center button to order your copy today. Traders Nation, delivering what you want when you want it. Traders Nation. Traders Nation. Live.
It's on the whole time.
Bringing traders coverage of the markets, solid trading strategies, potential hot stock movers, world-class guests, informative callers, and unsurpassed market chatter for traders to take all the way to the bank.
You guys got some great stuff coming out. I mean, it's a great station.
Stay on top.
This is always changing. It's always fresh. Something new.
Stay tuned in. Traders Nation.
There's always something to look forward to.
Clearly, you can hear the difference. Traders Nation. It's the Traders Nation Network.
I'm Steve Forbes. You're watching Traders Nation.
Yeah, Steve Forbes. You can catch that interview over at tradersnation.com or our YouTube channel with Steve Forbes and all of our other interviews. Now we got celebrities, we got foreign ministers over there, market experts, Steve Forbes, of course. You name it, we've just about got an interview with somebody over there. Check it out today.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, Don, look at the towers. I mean, phenomenal, Don. I hope our viewers and listeners are making bank on this stuff, Don, because this is gold. Don, this is gold, okay?
Yeah.
AMT Towers, American Towers, currently trading at $187.26 here today. 278,000 shares exchanging hands, up $6, Don, since we spoke about it last. Look at this handsome chart on this thing, man. The stock continues to make to make this climb. It impresses me, Don. All right, as it marches north with this classic stair-step climb, Don. This chart is beautiful. Look at this thing. All right, let's bring it up for the viewers so they can see that. AMT, your thoughts, Don?
Well, AMT is an international company, and look, 5G is coming. AMT has been around for a long, long time. It's a real estate investment trust. They own a lot of their real estate. Tough barrier of entry into this business. You just don't go out the next day and decide, well, we're going to go into the tower business.
Right.
Because locations are key. Now, having said that, many of these tower locations are tied up with the big four, so to speak, in the business.
Yeah.
And so for them to add additional capacity is really built into their plan, and they own the property, they own the tower, they just put up more dishes. So AMT is very well poised on a go-forward basis for this 5G.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So what Don's saying here is this is a legacy type of companies where they've been around forever and they've been established. They have this property. Man, you just can't go out and decide you're going to come into this. You literally probably would have to buy yourself into this. They have that property from A to B to C to D, and and it's the straightest line possible for this company to move that data. Now, all the premium land is gone. So you would, if you came into this space, you literally would be crisscrossing your way or trying to find a way to get from A to B to D to C, right? And it's not going to happen. So that's what Don's saying. Barrier of entry, very difficult because these companies, this one and others, have been in place, man. And very difficult. AMT, American Tower, again, currently 187.26. Hey, Don, CCI was also on our list here today. Crown Castle, currently trading at $123.90 so far here today. 389 shares exchanged in hands on this one. Got a dividend today, Don. Its stock traded down because of that dividend. On X days, it trades down the amount of the dividend, and it traded down $1.12, and that's what the dividend is here today. But it's still up $2 since we spoke about it last, Don. Your thoughts?
Well, Crown Castle's another one. Now, Crown Castle, as opposed to AMT, domestic only, U.S. operations only. They are not an international company. However, they've got a lot of key markets, and so another real estate investment trust. All the towers are there.
Yeah. Barrier
of entry, once again, is difficult for everybody looking at the industry. And then, of course, additional business add-on is simpler because the tower is built. They just have to add capacity. So that also means that their profit margins are extended as they just have to add capacity. So it's going to be exciting to see how these tower companies fare as this 5G rolls out. Look, everybody's going to need the towers to transmit the data, so here we are.
That's right. And again, here we are. All they do, retrofit their existing, what they have in place, right? So logistically, they already, it's there. They just have to retrofit it, okay, to update, to do any updates against their network, okay? Let's bring a chart up on this because I want to talk about this. Take a look at this. It blew past that resistance at $120, okay? So trading above that. This is that chart that's got that beautiful tight channel, all right? Real tight. Got above that 120. Now it's trading above it, certainly at 123.90, like $124, right? So now that old resistance at 120 is now the new support level on CCI, Don. CCI, okay?
That's right.
All right.
Crown Castle.
Go ahead, Don.
No, Crown Castle, Texas-based company, and these companies, AMT, CCI, and now we're going to talk about SPAC. These companies are all raring to go with 5G. And then, getting back to AMT for a minute, AMT is very, very well focused in India. And a lot of listeners and viewers out there might suspect that the cell phone business, as an example, is matured. Well, in a lot of companies, i.e. India, a lot of countries, it's far from mature. So the growth factor in some of these countries for these tower companies is spectacular, if I can use that terminology.
Right. You're absolutely right. Some of these countries, folks, literally are sitting at 1.0, okay? And so there's a lot of growth opportunity. So, United States is booming. Canada is booming, right? Russia, China, whatever. But some of these outlying countries, even these huge countries like Don said, India, some of those areas, maybe even a lot of those areas, are sitting at 1.0, okay? And they need to be updated. And so you got companies like CCI and AMT rather, that are poised internationally to come in and take advantage of the market growth that could be there for them. Right, Don?
Yeah. Okay.
SBA Communications currently trading at $188.26. 69,000 shares exchanging hands on this one. Okay, up $6, Don, since we talked about it last. Created a new 52-week high right here. So these stocks continue to make those 52-week highs, Don.
Yeah, SBAC, another international company, headquarters in Florida. And now this company, one you want to take a look at, SBAC, very heavy in South America. Mm-hmm. But once again, it's the same story. And just keep in mind, this is a tough business to get into. So the barrier of entry is very difficult. So it has to pop up sooner or later that perhaps these companies might even be acquisition targets.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. Because how else, if somebody really wants to get in this space, how else are they going to get in? They're not going to be able to buy the land. They got to buy the company that owns the land, right?
That's it.
Yeah, and the whole infrastructure. Okay. So you're absolutely right, Don. SBAC, again, currently trading at $188.26 here today, and they're making these 52-week highs. They continue to do that, okay? On the last show, Don, we talked about making new 52-week highs, right? And we also talk about, well, is it done? We don't know that. Well, certainly today is a prime example of that, as these stocks continue to make those highs. They keep making higher highs, Don. Payment processors are on our list also. we certainly want to get into that. It's just gorgeous looking, handsome looking charts on these payment processors, man. Square, SQ is the ticker symbol for that one, currently trading at $77.25. 3.6 million shares exchanging hands on this one, up $4 since we talked about it. It's if you bring your chart up on this, you're going to see this flag, and it's got some resistance. It's trading right here at that resistance level. Don, your thoughts on payment processors?
Well, payment processors, and we can start here with Square. Obviously, this is another expanding business. It's worldwide, a lot of technology involved. And Square happens to be one of those West Coast Silicon Valley companies that is growing very, very rapidly. And although the stock is down from its 52-week high of $101, trading in here at 77, this one is one you want to keep an eye on. Square, SQ.
There you have it, SQ once again. Make sure, if it's not on your list, it needs to be there, folks. PayPal's coming up next here. PYPL, Papa Yankee, Papa Lima is the phonics for that one, trading at $99.32. Don, 1.3 million shares exchanging hands here today. Saw that nice reversal off that 21-day moving average about 5 trading sessions ago. All right. Made a new 52-week high yesterday. So here we are, Don. These stocks are making these 52-week highs. PayPal, PYPL. All right. All right, coming up next, we're out of time, so we'll hit, we still have some payment processors on the other side. After our guest interview, we'll talk about the rest of our PayPal list. Ed Moyer's coming up next. He's Chief Market Strategist. Okay, we're going to be talking about Tesla. Just when Elon Musk thought all his problems were behind in 2018, are they? We'll be right back.
Hey, Jeff Carlisi here from 38 Special, and we're rocking it up right here with Traders Nation.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. My pleasure to have with us here today Ed Moya. He's Chief Market Strategist at Oanda over there. All right, you can certainly check that out. Hey, Ed, welcome to Traders Nation. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Listen, so here we thought Tesla, right, got 2018 behind it, and then enters 2019. What's going on over there at Tesla?
You know, the company is trying to get things right. They're trying to become profitable, and they were getting very close to it. And you know what, with the issues that they had with having their production in China, the overall pressure that we've seen with the car industry and the difficulties of getting their vehicles out in China. There's been so many different headaches, but everyone right now is just talking about this major reversal that they had as far as announcing these store closures of when it was supposed to be a very positive day, the long-awaited Model 3 sedan, 35,000. It was going to be a very positive day for Tesla, and then they announced these store closures,
right.
And then they reversed course. They changed their mind 10 days later, and analysts do not like this abrupt reversal. This is not how big businesses succeed, by constantly flip-flopping on major policy decisions. Now, I think that in the end, we could see that be a smart correction as far as reversing that decision, and the volatility is going to pick up. Tesla is one of the more volatile stocks, and you know what, you see it with the analysts.
Right.
30% are looking to sell, 37 are buying, and like 22 are holding.
Yeah. So Ed, I mean, you're absolutely right. So let's touch on that, because when the board sits down and the powers that be, the upper echelons of the company, sit down and they make this conscious decision to close down their stores, that's a big deal. I mean, it's not like, what are we going to, let's switch coffee brands, right? This closing down stores is a major decision, and it takes time to do that. And one would think that it would take all this information to come to the conclusion that this is what we need to do. So when you announce you're going to be closing stores and then you flip-flop on that, right? That doesn't build confidence in this type of indecision, does it, at the highest levels?
Not at all. And I think the main reason why, and we'll never know because they're never going to disclose why, but the online orders must have been disappointing. There must have been, and if it wasn't that, and if it was because they had trouble getting out of leases, that would be even a bigger concern that they didn't even research that. But it most likely has to do with the online orders that were not there.
Yeah.
When you take a look at the price points, it's trying to attract. It's not attracting the richer people in America. It's really going after the regular average American who they're not crushing it. They're making ends meet.
Right.
And if you have a $35,000 car, that's most likely, with not counting their homes, going to be one of their largest purchases, and they're going to want to see it. And so I think that you're gonna probably see that they're not going to be able to abandon stores, because for this price point, I think you're going to see a lot of demand for people wanting to see the car, test out the car, and this whole thing like, oh well, you could return it after a week. That's really not going to fly, I think. And auto sales are something that is going to be very difficult for Tesla to succeed here in the U.S. as the economy right now is. We're at the end of the expansion cycle, so there's going to be a little bit more pressure here. So I think their Model 3 is nicely priced when you compare it to the competitors. Yeah. And despite this major hiccup, despite the problems that we're seeing with the SEC and Elon Musk's tweets, and these issues with getting their cars properly coded for to pass through China customs, there's so many ways that they have been making mistakes. But yet, in the end, it comes down to margins. It comes down to what's the price point? Are they going to be able to be profitable? And right now, the way they're selling it, even when these incentives go away, there's going to be still a good opportunity here for Tesla.
Yeah, well, and they got a 25% margin in those cars, and an analyst didn't like the thought that they were going to throw a 6% discount across the board on their models, and so analysts didn't fare very well with that, even though they've got a reported 25% margin in that stuff. Hey, let's get on to the Model 3 sedan. So, I mean, how is Tesla? They ran into some big problems there. First it was production hell, then all of a sudden it was logistics hell, and we touched a little bit about that, certainly with China, et cetera. So have they gotten past that with the Model 3 sedan?
I think they might have, but the problem is now, as they, tonight's the big party for the Model Y.
Sure.
And you're gonna see, we're gonna probably have these same types of issues going forward with the Model Y. Yeah. And the bar is set high. So Tesla kind of have that Apple feel where you have to surprise, you have to deliver. I don't think that we're going to see like what they did when they announced their trucks, and then out comes a Roadster at the very end. Right. There is going to be a big expectation for them to deliver something here that the markets are not necessarily pricing. And the problem is, though, they're going to be rushed. They're going to be pressured. They're going to be trying to get that car out as fast as possible. Yeah. And that's when mistakes happen.
It seems to me that they say one thing and then they doing something completely different, which again, that really shakes confidence in the market when it comes to Tesla. Okay. Troubles with the SEC continue to plague Tesla. Will they be able to work through that? Your thoughts?
I think that the end result most likely will be, we'll probably see Elon Musk get more fines, maybe this year, maybe next year. Sure. And even though his tweets are down 50% or something like that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's going to keep doing what he wants. Sure. He's going to. This is Elon Musk. He's not going to change. They do have to strip him of his CEO title, well, guess what? He'll be CTO. Yeah. He will still be controlling the vision of Tesla. He'll be the main guy, even though he might not have the title. So, I mean, as much as the SEC, it's, we're getting countless headlines. There's, going to be a lot of back and forth. He's going to tweet about it. Yeah. But in the end, I really don't view that as a big concern on the stock. I think it's going to be more focused on, delivering their car sales, and that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, certainly tweets can be entertaining, but boy, I tell you, I think they're costing the company. And so maybe he should pull back a little bit more. I don't know. It almost seems to me, so, Elon seems like he's a pretty saucy kind of character, right? He's going to say what he thinks, and certainly he does. And that's okay. But he almost seems, does he seem like he's bored with Tesla? He almost seems like he needs something new and fresh all the time. What are your thoughts, in that area?
As far as his mindset goes, I could see him, wanting to get on that first spaceship launch.
Sure. Yeah.
To explore the great frontier. But I don't know. I really can't say. You can't really nail as far as, he's not your typical CEO where is married maybe multiple times, but has a family, has kids.
Sure.
No, this is not the standard.
No, he's not. He's not. He's fun to watch, and we're out of time. Ed, where can we find you at?
So the company I work for is Oanda.com, OANDA.com, and I provide my market analysis on marketpulse.com.
All right, head on over there today. We appreciate Ed Moya's time today. OAN as in Nancy, DA.com. Head on over there today. Ed, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. Hey, real quickly, I want to let you know where you can find Don over at Twitter, Facebook, all those places, right, Don, the social media?
That's it.
Yeah, head on over there. Yeah, participate, folks. Like, share, get involved, comment, okay? Hey, Don, I want to talk about PayPal. No, Visa, Mastercard. Visa,
yes.
Visa, Mastercard. Visa currently trading at $153.77, up $8 since we spoke about last 5 days. Look at the chart on this. Let's bring the chart up for folks. Look at this chart. Last 5 days, parabolic. Very nice on Visa. Okay, Don, your thoughts?
Well, all you got to do is take a look at the 52-week highs on these companies, and they're just about there again. And once again, a booming business, just like the tower business we talked about in the previous segment.
Yeah.
Here we are talking about these payers, and this is a worldwide business that is growing in leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
And part of the reason is because of the e-commerce that is booming around the world.
Yeah, electronic commerce is pushed into electronic payment systems, and it's just going to do nothing but grow, grow, grow. Mastercard's the other one, $229.27, up $7 since we looked at talked about it last. Chart looks just like Visa, man. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's handsome, it's all the above. Okay, hashtag Visa,
That's
hashtag
right.
Mastercard. All right, Don, do you own anything we talked about here today?
No.
Yeah, I don't either, folks. And I can tell you right now, these are not buy or sell recommendations at all. Okay, we just want you to take a look at it. All right, I don't either. And listen, catch us on the next edition of Traders Nation. We enjoyed having you with us.